Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I should not be recording and driving, but listen to this. So today I went on call for the month of June. It was my first day on call for reserve this month. And I knew I wasn't gonna get called like super early in the morning. I figured at some point though, I would get called because let's be real, it's Charlotte. I did try to bid for stuff yesterday, but wasn't able to hold anything that I bid for. I was outbid by like, I think it was the person that was like 7 people above me. So I'm close, but not quite senior enough. But anyway, so I'm sitting on home and I'm just watching as the list is like slowly getting closer and closer and closer to my name, right? And I'm like the 3rd person to be called. And I look on there and there is this LA turn that pops up that has basically been on a rolling delay since 10 this morning, but they want the flight to leave at 4. So when I saw this pop up, it was 2 o'clock. So I'm like, I don't think that they would call somebody on call for this because they want the flight to leave at 4, but we have 2 hours. So our sign-in would be 4. But guess what? They called me for it, you guys. They called me for an LA turn that is supposed to leave as of right now at like, I think they said 4:30 now. My sign-in is at 4:11 because they short called me for this. And it's a turn. So we're going all the way to LA and then turning around and coming right back. We're supposed to get in at like 3 this morning. 3 tomorrow morning, I mean. Can you believe that? I don't even know how that's legal. And I guess that's why they called somebody from home instead of somebody on standby, because it is a turn. So it'd be really hard for somebody to do that off of standby. But the original crew went illegal, obviously, because they were supposed to leave at 10 this morning. And yeah, so now I'm on that flight. So we're starting off summer travel. Fantastic. We really are. This is such a great start to the summer that will probably be super chaotic. But anyways, let me focus on driving and get to the airport. Hopefully it doesn't just keep getting delayed when I get there, because the fact that we're getting back at 3 in the morning already sounds not great to me. So if it gets pushed back to even farther, because remember I have an 1.5 hour drive, so yeah. But anyways, let's get to the airport. Hopefully there's no traffic, because I literally had to leave within like 2 hours. I think I left with 1:50 to get there and then get into the airport. So let's fingers crossed that there's no traffic, that I can get there and get in on time, because if I get a late sign in, I'm gonna be so upset that I got a late sign in. But anyways, let's get to the airport, guys.
This trip was a mess, you guys. I got stuck in a ton of traffic on the way to the airport, so I was not going to make my 4:11 sign-in. It was showing I was going to get there at 4:20. So I called crew scheduling, was like, hey, I'm going to be there late. If you want to get a standby to pre-board so that the plane is boarded by the time I get there and we can just leave, that'd be awesome. That didn't happen, so we boarded the aircraft just to push back taxi for a little while and decide that there was maintenance. So all the people had to deplane. We went and sat in the terminal for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours, until we were finally able to reboard the aircraft. At this point, it had been a 9-hour delay for these people. So we did have a meal on the flight. We have new sandwiches and new snack boxes. So anybody that ordered anything, we just gave it to them for free, because that was the least we could do in this situation. In between our services, we played base 10 just to pass the time, because it was so late and we were just fading. We were so tired. And to top things off, when we got to LA, we had to sit on the tarmac for 1 hour and wait for a gate. My last trip was perfect, so I guess I had to make up for it today, because that was the flight from you know where. That was horrible. And I only dealt with half of it. Like, the passengers had to deal with double what I had to deal with today. They had to board and deplane 4 times today. 4 times. They did it twice before I even got called for the flight. Then they did it once with us when we had the maintenance. And then when we got to LA. So I know they were frustrated, and their frustrations were very valid. And I don't even know what to say about the situation, because it's really honestly just one of those where it's like, it was so bad. Like, literally nothing went right. Like, even the small things, like if we would have just been able to get in to the gate once we got to LA, the whole day would have felt different, you know? But no, it was just like, just a reminder that today was an absolute crapshoot. You're gonna have to sit on the tarmac for 1 hour after you've already been delayed for 9 hours.
Oh, yo, that's horrible. That's horrible. And you have people coming up like, do you think this is okay? No, I don't think this is okay. Unfortunately, I am not over operations and I don't know anything about operations. I am sitting on this plane just like you are, waiting to hear when we can get a gate. Yeah, it was a mess. Now, all things considered, what those passengers dealt with, the ones that stuck it out and made it to LA tonight, they were very kind and nice, considering, you know, their circumstances for the day. Now, a few of them sitting on the tarmac, that was kind of the last straw, which totally understandable. I was sitting on my jump seat, just like, you've got to be kidding me. But we made it. And a couple positives, at least that I can take away from this, is that I did not have to work the flight back. We would have been probably just now landing in Charlotte had we worked that flight, and then I would have had an 1.5 hour drive home, and that would have been rough. And now we just deadhead tomorrow. So those are the positives. Oh, please don't tell me that this is what summer is gonna be, because I don't know if I can do this for the next 3 months. Good morning, it is day 2. I'm about to assemble my coffee, and I'm not gonna put any makeup on today. It's just a deadhead, so I have about an hour till I need to be down to catch the van. So I'm just gonna read my little devotion and then get dressed and go downstairs. I got about probably 8 hours of sleep last night, which is pretty good. They originally had us on an earlier deadhead, but with all the delays that our flight went through last night, like once it was delayed already and we were illegal to work it back, they switched us to an earlier deadhead, and then we got delayed even more, so we got switched to an even later deadhead. So I'm not scheduled to get back home. Well, we get into Charlotte at like 7:30, I think, so I probably won't get home until like 9 o'clock tonight. So it stinks that we're getting back so late, but at least I got to sleep a little bit, because that would have been rough trying to get up. I think the flight would have already taken off. It would have taken off like 30 minutes ago. So at least I got a little bit extra sleep. But let me make this coffee, do this devotion, and get ready to go home. Made my coffee to get me ready for the day. Spilled a little bit on the bed. Whoops. Then had these blueberry biscuits for breakfast. I am in Judges now for my New Testament part of my devotion, which is really nice because it's a lot easier to read than the other Old Testament books I've read so far. Then packed up my suitcase and packed up all my food that I was not going to be able to eat, because I don't try to bother people when I deadhead to eat up food. That's just unnecessary. Then put on my little blazer, stacked all my bags to go catch the van, got into this fun little elevator, felt like I was going to a rave, then made it to the airport. We were in the international terminal, which does not feel like an American airport to me, honestly. If you're ever in LA and go to that terminal, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like that to me. Had a window seat, so I watched Pretty Little Liars for the first part of our flight, and then watched the Carolina baseball game when we started our descent into Charlotte. Luckily, we were able to get a gate on time today. We love that. And look, we're getting a new barbecue place in Charlotte. For those of you wondering, the bus situation has gotten a little bit better over the last couple weeks, so that's good. There's no more waiting like 20 minutes for a shuttle. Sometimes you have to wait like around 10, but that's better than what it was like a month ago. But anyways, just got to our car. I was put on Wrap C tomorrow, which means I go on call at 12, and I'll be on call from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. The chance of me getting called, let's face it guys, I'm gonna get called, okay? And this month I was trying to be proactive. I was like, I'm just gonna bid for stuff so my life is not as crazy, and I haven't been able to hold anything that I've tried to bid for the last couple of days that I've tried to bid. So I just feel like it's gonna be a long month. If I can't hold things, then it's just gonna be a really long month of me getting called for these crazy trips. But anyways, I need to get home. It's 8:15, so I'll probably be getting home around 10 o'clock, which is late, but it is what it is. Today went a lot smoother than yesterday, thank goodness. If we would have had another chaotic day today, I just don't know if I would have been able to handle that. I'm like wiped out, y'all. Yesterday just wiped me out. Today I was so tired, and then that flight here felt so long. Like, I watched a couple episodes of Pretty Little Liars and I was like, we're still not even close to landing. This is just a really long flight. But anyways, let's get home. Let me get some rest. I have 2 more days on call, so hopefully tomorrow they just call me for an all-nighter, like a ODAN, which is just on duty all night. Hopefully they call me for one of those and I can get home Monday morning before my 4 days off, because ODANs usually go a lot smoother than regular trips. But anyways, as always, any questions, comments, whatever, leave them in the comments below. I don't know if I mentioned this, but even though yesterday was so chaotic and we left really late, not because I was late, I will still probably get in trouble for being late. So, and when I say in trouble, I just mean like we have a point system, and sorry, my eye's itching. We have a point system, and my a late report is 1 point. So once you get like a certain amount of points, then they can fire you. But anytime you work a holiday, you get a banked point. So I still had like 3 or 4 bank points, so it's gonna cancel it out. I'm not gonna get like in trouble, but you know, I'll get penalized for being late, even though we left like 5 hours after I guess it was 4 hours after I showed up. So that's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Hopefully they don't short call me anymore this month, because that was stressful. And now that it's summer vacation, especially on the weekends, if they do that, like, there's probably gonna be traffic on every single weekend day because people are going to and from their vacations, and 85 is a popular road for people to take when they're going on these vacations. So hopefully they don't short call me anymore for the rest of the month. I will keep trying to bid so that at least I can try to help the short call situation, but obviously it hasn't been working yet, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.